So what do you do outside? I mean, I know, but for the camera, what do you do outside of esports, outside of collegiate that we can talk about? Because I know there's certain things we can't.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah, I'm aware, man.
Cut!
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode number 6. The weeks are just flying by here of the Students of the Game podcast. Today, I'm joined here by Andrew Reliable Seneca. Andrew, how are you doing today?
I'm pretty good. A little rough day with school, but now we're here in the room.
Yeah, Capstone's never easy,
Capstone
man.
is not easy.
It will never be easy. All right, well, so I have a lot of things I want to go through today. I know, personally, we've both been on pretty rough schedules this past week. I mean, we tried scheduling. Yes, we tried scheduling this for like a week or so now, and today is like
The one day.
the one day. It's Monday it's literally Monday, and this is going up on Wednesday, so like 2 days out. I normally record a week in advance. This week it's like recording a day in advance.
Record, edit, send it out.
Yep. Yeah, that's the plan for probably tomorrow. Maybe tonight, depending on what happens with Rocket League. So I did just kind of mention Rocket League, but moving on to you and your team, Rainbow Six. You guys are currently at 1-1 in NECC and 2-0 in NACE. How are you feeling about that? It's been pretty easy games overall,
Yeah,
but
because we didn't get moved up in our division, so it's going to be the same as last year. Hopefully it's as easy as it was last year. We did lose to Ohio State. It was pretty close, so
Yeah.
coming back later in the season and playing them would feel good.
that's that went to game 3, I think,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, because I do remember talking about that game, and it was actually a really good one to watch. I think I did personally go a bit overboard on how much I was cooking you guys with some of the things, but I will say it was decently warranted to it was at least warranted to an extent. So I personally think that's how it is. What are you thinking in terms of like what's working for you guys at the current moment? Obviously, you have a really good record. You're sitting at 3-1. So, what do you think's working most for you guys?
Getting our dry runs that are probably the best. Sometimes the scrims that we get aren't as good as we want. Like we played OC the other day, which was very good. We needed that practice. And we actually came out 1-on-1 in scrims with them, so that was good with Nolan.
With Nolan,
my boy. But otherwise, dry runs I think are our best option for now to get our strats in.
All right. So, of course, I also wrote this down. If you want to talk about it, we can. But if you don't, then that's fine too. You guys last week now beat RMU in NECC and Ferris State in NACE. Anything left to say there?
Not very specifically about those two.
They were both 2-0s. They weren't insanely close.
We lost a lot of rounds that we shouldn't have. We kind of play all.
If I remember correctly, against RMU on Oregon, you guys were trying out a lot of new strats. I think that's who it was.
We started them right before the game.
Yeah, I remember sitting down here. It was like 10 minutes before, and Michael's like, "All right, so you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that," and I'm like, "Whoa, how are they gonna memorize
We
like
don't.
all this?" Yeah, exactly. It was like, "Oh, wait,
So a couple of them
wait."
went down, but we came back in the end, so that's all that
Yeah.
matters.
Exactly. You still came out with a win, and that's exactly what matters in that case. So next week, you're not gonna be here. I'm unfortunately gonna be
I'll
here
be
for
on
like
campus
3
here,
days.
but you're not checked in.
Oh, you're staying on campus?
Yeah, we'll be,
I am too for the couple days that I am
My
here.
birthday's
before I
over
leave.
break, so
Oh, it is.
on the
Interesting.
7th, later in the week.
That's the same birthday as Bryce.
Are you
My-
staying or going home? Good.
He's going home. Yeah. I mean, he's a bit further out than we are.
Little bit.
We're up the street. He's out in no man's land, if you want to call it that. So, what are your feelings going into spring break? Any plans? Any?
Not really.
Thoughts?
Not any game plans. Just homework.
Well, I was hoping not game
I
plans.
know. I mean, like playing for fun. Maybe,
Oh.
maybe playing some Rocket League, but otherw's it's all capstone.
We've been hitting
capstone.
Rocket League every so often,
yeah.
and
Rocket League's fun.
hit a few Fortnite games once every few nights. It's been a bit wild. But anything major that you're doing?
Not really. Just hanging out over break, relaxing. It's our week to have off from all the stresses. So
Capstone especially.
yeah, come back fresh, and hopefully we'll be okay.
Yeah. So I want to get into your journey here at LVC as I've been dubbing it personally. I don't even know if you've ever heard me say this, but I've told other people you are the journeyman of our program.
Yeah.
You make me think of Ryan Fitzpatrick in the NFL, where you're wearing a jersey of 30 different
Try out
teams.
everything.
Yeah, you've done everything. So let's go all the way back.
Okay.
Where did you get your start, even before LVC, in gaming? Where did that come from?
I played Overwatch at Bishop McDevitt High School for a year and a half. I started the program with a friend.
And that was official, right?
Pretty
Like,
official, yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't play any leagues at the time. We just practiced and we did strats and stuff, or like combinations of heroes. Is that what it's called? Holy cow! It's been
Yeah,
so long
here's.
since
Yeah,
I
it's
played
been so
Overwatch.
long. I mean,
Now it's Overwatch 2.
yeah.
But I played it at an Emerald tournament in, I think, Lancaster, and I got in contact with Dave there.
So you started in Overwatch. Interesting.
I came in playing Overwatch.
What role were you?
I planned to play Overwatch here.
Yeah, that's what's throwing me off.
Never
I
played
didn't.
Overwatch here.
Yeah, you did.
For a little bit.
You
That
played a
was
semester.
later.
Yeah, it was later. It wasn't when you came
And
in.
I didn't come in right away playing Overwatch. But that was CS.
Yeah.
CS was my first game.
So what brought you into gaming to begin with?
Oh, gosh. Playing Minecraft.
How long ago?
I don't even know. It's when I still like had a computer with a CD drive and building it up piece by piece. But and then I got into like PUBG and other like FPS type games. And
Yeah.
I think CS was pretty much the first one that I ever played.
That's like CS, like a CS Source or
No,
CS?
CS:GO.
Okay, that's what I figured. I
Pretty
just
early
wanted to make
CS:GO.
sure. Yeah. So now that we kind of covered that, also you played another sport in high school, right? Tennis.
Played tennis in high school.
So what drove you to not play it here, especially knowing our tennis team is quite insane?
When I heard about it freshman year, I was told there wasn't a team. It was pretty much just a club. They
Really?
just played because that
That was like
'cause
right
Elliot
after.
also plays tennis.
Yeah.
So that's how I got. We were gonna talk about it, we never did. But I just played here.
Because I think the current tennis center we have, that was pretty new when we got here in
think so, yeah.
2020, right? Because I know it's like the Shankaroff Tennis Center, but like I'm pretty sure that was really recent, even for like when we got here. It was only like a year or two before us that had been built, right?
I think so. I don't really know
Yeah.
specifics.
I mean, I don't either. Right? That's the one. Like, I know a lot about this campus. Like, I know a lot of random things about this campus, but that's like one of the very few I don't know. I'd have to ask Jordan because I mean, his name's on the building.
Yeah.
So it's his name and his year that he graduated that's on the building. So I'd hope he would have any clue about it. So let's talk more about your time here at LVC because that's really where it all came together. You've played almost every single title we've offered. So do you want to kind of just go through your time and all the games you've played
Yeah.
for us and all that?
So first was Counter-Strike. That was freshman year when we still had like Brandon and Trent and all those guys who played CS who were really good. So we had a team 2, but the team 2 didn't really play or practice. So I kind of strayed away from that. And then I went to Valorant when that came out. Or it came out during high school, but
It came out like our
I started
junior,
playing
senior
Valorant
year.
pretty early on here. Played, 2 years or almost 3 years of that. Was captain for a little bit. But then I moved from that to Siege. But I also played Hearthstone and Overwatch in between there because they needed people to be on rosters, and I've experienced. Not really in Hearthstone. But Overwatch,
How long did you
I
play
was-
Hearthstone?
Not long.
Because I know that was like Elliot's.
I just wanted to
Elliot
play it
loves
and
that
learn it.
game.
It looked fun. Card game. Little,
Yeah, it can't be too hard.
Yeah, it wasn't really
just-
a practice.
it's just
it was
knowledge.
Just playing each other, and
Yeah.
because the team one was just Elliot. Was that his name? No,
Was Kemery still playing at that time?
Brandon was there.
Yeah, because I think he was
his
the Hearthstone
roommate.
guy. Oh, his roommate. I
Their name,
couldn't tell.
I forget.
He didn't room with Triano, right?
Oh yeah,
Well,
Jake was there.
but he wasn't Hearthstone. I know that. Yeah. A lot of teams, though. I mean, it's just hard for me personally. Like, I follow like 7, 8 plus esports, right? Like, I follow everything, but I don't know why I struggle to like picture someone being not only playing all of those titles, but being competitive and understanding the competitive scene, ish, because you didn't end in Rainbow. I know that. Yeah, and kind of just getting into that. Yeah, like how was it for you adjusting to those different titles? Was there like a learning curve? Like, was there
any specific title to title, or like, because Counter-Strike to Valorant was pretty easy.
Yeah, that one I
That's a
understand.
very
Like
easy
that was
switch.
a lot of CS players
Going
moved to
back
Val.
to CS though, not easy.
No.
After playing Valorant, going back to Counter-Strike was really, really hard. But Overwatch I played in high school for years, so that was I was used to that. Then Overwatch 2 came out, that was weird.
That was
having
weird.
5v5s.
Yeah,
really,
that was a
it's
very
totally
weird
different
time.
change. But Hearthstone really wasn't a big impact. But going to Siege was probably the hardest. Siege has always been a game that I hated.
Yeah.
Because of how like dark and like I don't know how far away combat is.
And the pixel angles
Yeah,
and
like pixel peaks and stuff like that. It's terrible. But they needed a guy this year to play, and Valorant was kind of falling apart. So I went and played Siege, and it came out great.
so you spent most of your time probably Val and R6, I would assume.
Mhm.
Yeah, because you've been on R6 now for almost a full year,
Yeah.
right? One, that's time flies right there.
It
Even
is.
for
It's
me,
been a
that
year.
it feels like you just joined
I
that
know.
team, but also like it.
No knowledge to be had.
Yeah,
Still.
yeah, no.
No knowledge to be had.
So do you have? This is going to be a bit of a weird question, especially because of our live studio audience. But do you have a favorite title that you've played and or favorite team you've played for at least
So
here?
competitively,
Yeah,
Siege. I think Siege.
for both.
For wait, what were the two?
For like just the title as a whole, like your favorite
No.
title. But even like that's like
I
obviously
really
outside
enjoy
the team.
Overwatch. I've been getting into it again. I took a long break from Overwatch.
Yeah,
Getting back into that has been fun. They kind of changed it recently.
they did. I've
They
been
made
playing
the
it.
boxes
good bit.
gigantic.
Yeah, Ben's been.
I would be mad.
Yeah, he's been a bit
It
annoyed.
really just ruined the game. But it's fun to play. Not competitively. That's probably terrible.
No.
But I think Siege is the most fun I've had playing competitively.
Yeah. I know I've talked to Ben about it, the Mercy change especially. Her gun, like, so if this is your hitbox, and if you're playing Mercy, you can shoot a bullet here and it will connect.
Mhm.
It is baffling.
It's everybody.
Yeah, I know.
Crazy.
Yeah, and it's
But
just
Mercy's probably worse.
Mercy
like Sim.
specifically is bad. Yeah,
Sim's
Sim.
really bad. Yep, I love.
Sim's been annoying for me to play against because I'm shit.
I'm in gold right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think I placed into like gold
Mhm.
when I did my placements last year because I actually had to be as the sub for the team, but like that was just painful, man.
And
It was
our
painful.
team here isn't anymore, correct?
No,
Four people?
so from what I know, I've met as well. We have a few recruits for Overwatch. I don't know if we have enough for a full team, but we're pretty close if we don't have one. So thankfully, the recruiting wise this year has been miles more than what we both know became of last year.
Perfect
Um,
timing.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you do outside? I mean, I know, but for the camera, what do you do outside of esports, outside of collegiate that we can talk about? Because I know there's certain things we can't. Yeah, yeah, I'm aware, man.
Cut.
I unfortunately can't.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
No, we can talk about it.
We can talk about.
Let's
it.
talk about it.
Well, that's you. You're the one who's supposed
I
to
know, I
talk
have to
about.
think
it.
about.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's certain things that we can't talk about that I would love genuinely. I would love to have a conversation about that, but I can't. This is look
know,
at where
bro,
we're
it's-
sitting. What else though outside?
It's mostly school. Like school takes up a lot of my time, and then when I'm not here doing schoolwork, I'm at home working. So it's just trying to build a career in the next half year, or actually 2 months until I graduate. So and
you do,
graduate.
yeah. So you do what, freelance programming essentially?
Yeah, pretty much.
I know you've done work. I mean, we had that one conversation about Smooth Vape when you did their
Did some
not
slides, some
rebrand,
graphic
but
design.
yeah.
It's mostly website design and stuff like that I do.
So what do you like? I don't know how to word this, but like, what is it typical for you to do when you get hired by a company to like?
To do a project,
Yeah.
ask You just ask for them what they want, and you give them many examples of what they would like to see. Like one company, I had them ask for a logo, nothing else.
Just a logo?
Yeah, they wanted a logo. I'm like, oh, okay.
And you got asked for that.
It's their 3 letters, and I just had to make almost 100 different logos, and then go in there and pick what they want, and you merge them together and try to make it.
It's crazy that Samuel was right.
Yeah.
Make 1,000. Dude,
Iterations.
Samuel in class would just sit there and he'd be like, all right, I'm going to send you guys into breakout rooms, especially during COVID. Make 50 logos for me in the next 10 minutes, and we'll come back and we'll talk about them.
It's not
Every
10
single
minutes
one.
in the real world. Maybe
No.
here. but,
Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe here was some of the things that I've seen from
Like time frames are just crazy in our careers.
in our major as a
Yeah,
whole.
like digital communications and programming. in
Yeah.
general.
Even like graphic design, like the weird one I would say is communications and business, even
That's
business
kind of
tech.
instant.
In communications, yeah, it's
gotta be
pretty
quick.
instantaneous.
Yeah.
Like
Or
I mean
plan out far.
that's like communications is this, communications is the social media, the if I happen to run another podcast, it would be that, that sort of stuff.
But again, you're editing and you have a week. So
Well, for this one I have 2
2
days.
days exactly. Changes.
So it's typically pretty rapid fire. Granted, most people aren't doing this one person, but like at the same time, still, it's
is a lot
turnover
for one
time is
person.
insane. So, this is what I have this next section titled on my notes: Outlook on the current day. And so I
You
kind
want
of
my
mentioned
outlook
part
on
of
this
it.
day?
Huh?
You want my outlook on today?
Well, no, because there's not that much time left, and I know what you're gonna go do after this,
It's
and
terrible. Like, I don't know. Today was just class. No,
Yeah.
I have an hour break in between my morning. It's just not enough time to do anything except for the homework for the next class.
yeah,
So it gives me a little bit of free time the day before to do stuff. But
I've been very lucky. I've been doing
like
stuff.
my Wednesdays, I have class until 4.
You've class until 4
Until
on
4,
Wednesday.
and then I have to start my homework, and then we have
Isn't your focus group? Oh no, that's
our-
tomorrow.
That's tomorrow in the morning during common hour. So
What,
everybody's
that's 11
free.
to 12.
Did you even look at my form? Do you see this? No love.
I mean, that's what I
Sometimes.
expect, though. To be honest, like those forms are crazy, bro. I mean, dude, getting people in for a focus group. That's like I know this is a tangent, but like I'm cool with it because it's relevant. Focus groups are such a pain in the ass,
They
man.
are.
Like
It's really hard
especially
to get
for
people.
us.
It's really hard to get people to agree. But
Yeah.
that's why we made it during common hour when everybody has off. You can't
Yeah.
lie about it.
And yours is nice because it's about like college like students or like
It
students
is,
in general,
specifically, yeah.
right? And
But yours is
mine is
wide variety of people.
my group at this point is now being called the Spice Girls and Herald. Like
What a name.
what am I like?
So good.
And unfortunately, 2 of my
Or
group
like
members, as
Coach
much as I
Coach
love
or
all of
Truck
them,
Truck.
Truck. I love Truck. I think that name is hilarious. It's one of the funniest company names I've ever heard in my lifetime. But my 2 of my group members, I obviously love them to death or whatever, but they are from Georgia, so like they just don't have people that can come into
Yeah.
London Valley College on like a random day of the week and just come in for a single hour and go back home. Like it's just not
I don't know,
a thing.
how are you going to get people?
Well, that's the problem. I know a lot of people, but I don't know a lot of people that are like fitting for our criteria that also
What is it,
happen to
like
be in the
21
area.
older? Under 80?
I don't even know if there's an age we set, but like since ours is about cooking, it's like you kind of have to be at a certain
A cook.
age. Not necessarily, but you have to be at like a certain age where it's like you can understand cooking
Yeah,
and
that's
like
true.
because to be honest, like our project is still wild to me. Like I still see like the renderings and stuff that we have,
I haven't
and
seen any of them. I want to see them.
I don't really have a lot of them. It's just like I've seen a couple mock-ups of what they might try to do, and I'm like, whoa, like.
Yeah.
And dude, honestly, I've even said it before. I feel kind of useless in the group. Like, I've like
It's tough that you're doing a physical thing.
that is. I think that's what's killing it. Not killing
you
it,
can't really
but
like share a CAD file and
yeah,
work on it together. That's like brainstorm and then somebody builds it for you. So
exactly.
it's like a once and done, iterate.
Yeah, it's
Capstone.
it's rough. Yeah. I mean, capstone in itself is a whole yeah, it's a whole thing. So, what is the future for you in terms of gaming, in terms of just your life and your career? Like, what are you looking at?
Gaming kind of dies, which is kind of sad, but
Really? Like you just stop
no, I'm
gaming?
gonna have it. I'm gonna do it sometimes, but I feel like I'm gonna be pretty busy.
What's
I am
the-
aiming for like a 9 to 5 hybrid job, work at home.
You have to have like the right
Yeah, you just
the
find
right
the right place, and you're not gonna
yeah.
find the right place right away.
Yeah.
So you gotta work for a while and find what you like, and or
So,
you can move.
career-wise, what are
I'm
things you're
applying to
looking at?
jobs right now, but mostly usability. That's my
Usability.
goal.
So, would you look more to usability testing or just designing
It's
in
mostly
usability?
like product iteration. So like looking at things that have been created or were tasked to create and making them as usable as possible.
So, on the other side of it, is there a specific place maybe you're looking for to live at, like in a specific area? Do you want to stay in state? Do you want to leave? Well,
I have really no clue. I have a lot of family here. It'd be nice to stay here,
yeah.
hang around. My girlfriend works close here, so I would like to find a job close to in-state
Yeah,
or maybe
yeah.
like right on the border, but nowhere farther right now.
Yeah.
Give it some time and
I mean, it's tough too, because like, I mean, your field is really interesting. I don't know much, basically at all about usability. Like, I know obviously what usability is, but like, job-wise, I don't even know like
yeah. It's
what
mostly-
companies are looking
it's
for
mostly
that.
like graphic design people, but a lot of it is like looking at websites and changing how it is, but you're not actually doing the coding. You're just doing mock-ups
Yeah.
in Adobe, and actually that's probably been every job that I've applied to so far has been that. Usability is using or making wireframes of products.
Yeah.
So what we do right now all the time.
I was gonna say it's
We do it
literally
all the
like
time.
it's what we've been doing in Capstone for the past like
Yeah.
2 months, and
That's what I was
just
doing right before.
bigger scale. Yeah, I remember you sent me the picture. They looked really good, by the way. I can't imagine it's any bit easy for all, especially with all that back end that you're
Yeah.
gonna need programming
Because
wise.
we were just taking another girl in my group did a prototype, so I'm combining them right now into one. Because I did one.
Yeah,
So
it's
trying-
just kind of making it
Yeah.
a cohesive, nice little
It's
unit.
tough.
It is. It
Imagine
is.
making your prototype work so it like the questions that we ask in tomorrow's focus group actually work.
Oh, are you trying to get it fully like at least not fully? I
Well,
obviously.
no, but like I went and read a question today and it was like, do this task. And I'm like, well, that doesn't even exist.
Yeah, well, that's not even a thing here.
Gotta go
like-
add that in. But that's not what we do. That's
Yeah.
different.
Is that more of what you're going to be doing tonight, I'd assume?
Yeah.
Making sure it's
Going
all...
back, reading through our script and making wireframes so we can actually, 'cause
Yeah.
we're printing it out.
Oh, you're printing out the wireframes. So you're not going to have like the interactivity of like the XD file
Well,
thing.
Our professor said that we would need 6 devices. Like if we had 6 people, we would need 6 phones.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. And asking people to bring their laptops probably isn't the easiest.
And we're not
thing.
making a web browser. So
Oh, yeah, that's a good point
we're
too.
locked to Apple, iOS.
Really,
now.
you're locked to it.
Well, yeah, we're using a code language that Apple developed.
Oh, okay. So
Or
like,
at least their IDE, their like coding.
yeah,
area.
yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
It's. I know your guys' project is like actually complex.
Hunter is
and
doing a lot.
he-
My
the kid
part
is
really hasn't come
grinding.
in yet because we're gonna make our prototype in XD first,
Yeah.
and then I'll code off of that. That's what I normally do. Like
Yeah.
companies would give me like a PDF of their design, and I just
And then you just kind of
code
plug
what
it
it looks
in.
like exactly.
Yeah. All right. So, do you have anyone that you would like to shout out, including your own socials, friends, family, whatever?
My socials are fine. I don't need you people in my social. But I don't even know. Shout out to Nolan. Nolan's a freshie on the Siege
Yes.
team. He's our sub right now.
Well, he's not going to be a
I
freshman
know, so
in
once we
a
leave,
few months.
we're gonna need 2 people, so he's one of them.
I do know that there's.
lined up?
Yeah, I think we have a couple people lined up.
Great, I know so much
Well,
about
I was
it.
saying, no one recruited a kid, basically. I mean,
Yeah.
himself,
Who's
which
that?
doesn't make
They
sense
also
to me.
live in. Yeah. Okay, that's nice.
They live in Maryland.
You know people in
Oh,
Maryland?
yeah, I forgot we had that talk.
Isn't Maryland farther from Illinois than here?
Probably.
Depends where.
Yeah, it depends on where, but probably similar. I'd imagine. All right, well, that's probably gonna do it for us today.
What an end.
Yeah, what an ending. Be sure to follow us over on Twitter and Instagram at LVC_esports on both those platforms. Subscribe here on YouTube.
Subscribe.
YouTube.com/@LVC esports if you're listening on Spotify, which if you're listening on Spotify, don't follow because it's my personal account. I didn't make an LVC one. I didn't make an LVC one. I just used my personal account.
My phone hasn't gone off this whole time.
Hey, I expected it more than once actually. So go follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/LVC College. Turn the notifications on there as well, so you can see when we go live for all of our matches. Also, go check out the GoDutchman.com website. That is where we put some of our articles. We typically just weekly recaps. Sometimes if teams win championships, I write something there. That's GoDutchman.com/sports/esports. And finally, go to the lavie website, go to the sports tab. You can see sports articles there that I also write for our student newspaper. I'm not going to tell you to come onto campus and pick up a copy of the newspaper because I think
Maybe
that's
call first.
maybe like
Look
show
it
up. I don't know. But yeah, that's going to do it. Also, all these links will be down below too, so you can go do that. It's probably easier than typing it in manually.
Yeah.
I really want to make this longer, but I can't. My voice is like dying, and I got to cast Rocket League in like
Where are all
2
your
hours.
questions?
There was a lot there.
Maybe it's just the responses.
Yeah.
These are the snippets that you put at the end.
A little
the
bit.
Cutouts, you got to do the cutouts. Like,
I
the
don't
cutouts
cut-
are the best.
I don't like cut
You
anything.
gotta cut some stuff out so you can show it at the end.
Well, I don't really
Or
cut
maybe
like
like
anything.
move it to the next episode so you have to like watch again to see.
I start the
cutouts.
next episode, which is with Sam, by the way. I start the next episode, and it just is like you talking.
I could introduce Sam. That's what we could start doing.
I mean, I don't need that. You already do that anyways.
Like we need like the outtakes. Like come on.
Yeah.
Like, where's your? Yeah, we need one of those. So we can have no one like walk up and just
Yeah.
just for the takeouts. Like
Just for the tapes.
yeah, just to be funny. Go make one.
Go make one. All right. Well, that is going to do it for us. Thank you guys all for watching. It genuinely means a lot to me. I would say it means a lot to the players, but I can't say it does because I don't think
It
they
does.
really care.
We watch them.
I hope so. That's my goal. But again, I got to go save my voice for the next couple of hours before Rocket League plays.
Oh yeah.
So
You better watch.
yeah, you guys
Actually,
better watch, even though you don't know.
because it's coming out on Wednesday.
Yep.
You better watch tonight's game.
And join me next week as I bring on our Rocket League player, Sam Rothstein, who's also on a track team and is well known as the Donegal Weapon, according to my sources.
You went to Donegal?
Yeah.
What?